Welcome back to the second half hour of the news at 4. With the temperatures dropping, you're probably turning up the heat in your house.
But beware of a dangerous gas leak this winter. One Rexburg family learned the hard way after 5 of their children were sent to the ER for carbon monoxide poisoning. Andrew Bartline spoke with that family and the Madison Fire Department down there. They tell us gas leaks can be really serious, Andrew, isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right, Morgan. Gas leaks can be hard to detect too because symptoms are very flu-like. This Rexburg family is hoping their story raises awareness so others can stay safe. As the temperatures are starting to drop, Ashlyn Hansen turned up the thermostat.
Actually turned on the heat quite a few times this year already.
And she didn't think anything of it until she and her husband were out of town and they got a call from a family member watching over her kids. They were all sick.
I thought it must have been the flu. There was the flu going around. I know COVID's going around, and they were not getting better. Had to be something more, but wasn't sure what it was. My first thought was not gas.
But that's exactly what it was. Ashlyn's home had a gas leak, and her kids were in serious danger.
My sister-in-law had actually FaceTimed me about 3:30 Monday afternoon and showed me my 2-year-old was just screaming, and that's not like him, and he couldn't walk. He was so disoriented. And then he had walked from one room into the other and ended up falling over and just falling asleep on the floor. And then my 7-year-old got sick, and then he fell to the kitchen floor and he couldn't move.
Ashlyn says her mother-in-law pieced it together, suspecting a gas leak, and took the kids to the hospital.
The nurse at the ER said that if they hadn't gone in that night, it would have made for a devastating news story the next day.
The Madison Fire Department in Rexburg says without a carbon monoxide detector, it's normal for gas leaks to go unnoticed.
It's colorless, it's odorless, and we breathe it into our body. It binds to our red blood cells better than oxygen does.
And that can have deadly consequences.
And it eventually will cause us to not have enough oxygen in our body, and that's how you die.
Chief Haberly says to best protect yourself, install working carbon monoxide detectors throughout your home, especially if you have a gas fireplace, furnace, or appliances.
You'll want to have several of them in your home, just like you have several smoke detectors in your house.
It's a lesson learned for the Hansens.
It is really nice having everybody together, knowing that everybody's safe.
And a risk they won't take twice.
So yes, we will all have detectors at this point moving forward.
A simple Google search shows that carbon monoxide detectors cost around $30, so it's a small preventative measure that can be worth your time. We have a list of other tips to keep yourself safe from carbon monoxide leaks attached to this story at ktvb.com.
Yeah, really good timing for the story, Andrew, because as we mentioned, temperatures are dropping. Let's check in with